Good afternoon. My name is India, Coach Indy, and I am a Diamond Nation fitness coach and founder. So I wanted to go live today about PCOS and best diet practices because ultimately I had went live on this topic, but I didn't have my pretty presentation last time. So yeah, let me go live on this topic and I'm just gonna set up my Instagram camera while you guys let me know how your day is going. Hopefully, it's going well. If you're tuning in live, then say I'm here. And if you're watching this on replay, then hashtag replay. Um, and I am going into work tonight. I work as a nurse at my local hospital just 2 nights a week. And then I'm a full time fitness coach online. So let's get my other camera set up here. And just gonna wipe that off. Okay.
Playing from iPhone 13.
No. Oh, okay. So, anyways, yes. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm here in Columbus, Ohio. And yeah, so we're going live about PCOS and best diet practices. But first, what is PCOS? Well, it's a condition where the ovaries produce more androgens or um, male dominant hormones, such as like testosterone, right? And usually, women, we do have like androgens in our body, such as testosterone. However, it's in smaller amounts. So, um, yeah, so the women with PCOS, they have both high levels of estrogen or normal, and as well as high levels of testosterone. So, this can create abnormal lipid amounts, lipid meaning fat, or if you've ever heard of like cholesterol levels being called LDLs or HDLs. It can also affect the clotting factor of these women, which is not good. Um, and then it also can cause insulin resistance, meaning that because insulin helps break down the sugars in our bodies, right? Um, but being insulin resistant or not producing enough insulin would mean that these women would be carb sensitive. Okay, so um, that would make them higher risk for having heart diseases. So the symptoms might include difficulty losing weight, difficulty conceiving, and the insulin resistance isn't in all women. It's only in 50% of the women that have PCOS. And like I said before, the high testosterone levels, and then like irregular, painful menstruation. So the best diets for someone with PCOS are going to be keto like, which if you do keto, then you want to do this under the supervision of a doctor or a nutritionist because ultimately it can affect other parts of your health. Like many people may have run into like fatigue issues, gallbladder issues, maybe other issues of such like a super high fat diet. Um, but what you could do instead is low carb. You don't have to go to the extreme of the keto diet. Um, and the reason why that diet would be beneficial is because of the fact that keto is high in fat, and the fats are what's good for like transporting hormones throughout the body, like regulating the hormones and regulating the cholesterol in the body. And then um, it's also low in carb. So it's also going to help with that insulin resistance aspect too. The Mediterranean diet is also going to be super beneficial because it has a lot of the foods that studies show that women with PCOS aren't eating enough of, um, which I'll go into that a little bit more in the next couple slides. But the Mediterranean diet basically has a lot of healthy fat foods and foods that have DHA in it, and those healthy fats again are going to help balance out the hormones in the body and the cholesterol and fats and lipids, or lipids are fats, but I digress. Uh, and so also like having a mix of plants and animals. So not really like um, tipping the scale on one way or the other, but just balancing out. So I don't want to label foods good or bad. So I'm calling it green foods, green meaning go. And so this is a list of foods that are going to be really good for women with PCOS because, again, DHA rich foods are what's mainly on this list, is going to help with women with PCOS. Um, so olives oils, avocado oil, fish and seafood, eggs, legumes, nuts, fiber, flax seeds, Greek yogurt, dark chocolate, hazelnut oils, and grass fed meats. And then red foods, like I said, I don't want to call it bad because it's not that you can't ever have a cookie, you can't ever have a cracker, you can't ever have white bread. I have cookies on here twice, so I obviously meant to put something else, but I can't remember what that fourth food was. But it was something that is like white or like bleach rich. I said bleach rich. Bleached, bleach flour. There we go. Bleach flour related. But basically, it's simple sugars that you would want to stay away from or have in low intake if you are a woman with PCOS. Environment wise, because these are endocrine disruptors that I have listed up here, are like the perfumes, deodorants, with not all deodorants. Natural deodorants are going to be okay, but some deodorants have a crap ton of chemicals and aluminum and things that like block the lymph nodes and things and block toxins into your body, etc. Makeup is another thing that we aren't really disclosed on, like what goes into our makeup, and our skin, guys, absorbs 60% of what's put onto it. So these things like lotions, makeup, deodorant, perfumes. Excuse me, my throat's getting dry. Let's see. hmm So all these things that go on our skin, 60% of it's going to be absorbed into our body. And so that's why like patches are so effective. This one is like for caffeine and vitamins, but like birth control, pain patches, like fentanyl patches, lidocaine patches. There's all kinds of patches that are used. And so that's just an example of how what we put on our skin matters. I'm not saying that patches are on this list. I'm just trying to make it a point or illustration that what we put on our skin matters. So that's why you want to pay attention to those things. Pay attention to things that you put inside of your mucous membranes, such as like the toilet paper that you use for your mouth, nose, ears, private, because ultimately those have tons of chemicals. Tampons and pads have lots of chemicals, and quite frankly, the vagina is very absorbent. Um, let's see, Q-tips. They're making those organic now because it's just chemicals, guys. So yeah, just be mindful of what you put into your body and be mindful of what you put on your skin. But yeah, so just as an overview, is that um, ultimately women with PCOS have high testosterone levels, they have too many follicles um, in their reproductive system. They may not have too many cysts. That's actually like whoever named it way back when they named it polycystic ovarian syndrome. They named it after the cysts that some of the women get, but it actually has to do with how many follicles a woman has. Um, and sure. Um, and then it affects the lipids or fats of the body, clotting factor, and 50% of the women are insulin resistant. And so I did this diet thing because of the fact that someone reached out to me in my inbox and asked me, like, what's the best diet for PCOS? And so I was like, great question. I love getting research projects. So if you want me to do research on something, I will. And I try to use like EDUs and um, what is this that I have up here? What kind of study is this? The National Library of Medicine, which is a .gov. So I try to use like actual resources that are like legit. So like .govs, .edus, like that's where I'm pulling my information from. And so or I will like look up videos that are from doctors or someone that experiences the syndrome themselves. So, yeah. But I hope that this really helps a woman to be able to have maybe lower carb because of the carb sensitivity, the insulin resistance, maybe to increase the good fats in her diet and have more DHA rich foods in her diet and be able to be successful in her weight loss journey and um, be mindful of what she puts on her body as far as things that can be absorbed and things that we put in our body as well. So, if this was helpful, please make sure that you share it. If you know someone with PCOS, then please share this. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Like I said, I'll be at the hospital tonight, working night shift for 2 nights in a row. And then I'm back to serving my clients the other 5 days of the week. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that. And we are doing prizes and challenges in both my free group and my VIP client group. So I will link in the description below the link to my free group. I just did a $50 prize winning um, for two women that were in my free group, and I always give cash to my VIP group peoples. And this time, my VIP group people are getting Victoria's Secret goodies. So that's cool. So, yeah, get in my free group. You'll win prizes and you'll get healthier. So, what's to lose except unwanted weight? You know what I mean? So, yeah, have a great day. Love and peace. Coach Indy signing out. Bye. Oh, wait.